can't see if people joined. Oh, I see it now. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Let me see. Mm, all right. I was trying to see some, y'all. Let's see if somebody, let's see. All right, let's see if people, we finna let people come in. We're going to chill for now. We're going to chill for now. Not on nothing too much, but we on something, okay? Now, in this, we going we gonna give it a lecture. This gonna be a lecture of topics. We just gonna say that. Lecture of topics. You feel me? Lecture of topics. None too much, none too less. Now we about to get deep, or are we about to just stay on surface level? Just put our feet in the water. Because we all should be grateful that we can even put our feet in the water. But we'll never know how deep the ocean go. It's a God got me. Dog tog him. He said dog tog him. Dog tog him. Icky God. Alright, man. Alright, cool. So I'm really finna just think about something to talk about because I'm not even really thinking about nothing to talk about. I'm really just out here flowing. 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 Thought about flowing. See, when you flow, you start to be like the river. As y'all know, that's my name. I am River. That is me. When you flow, you start to be like the river. You don't let nothing stop you. Wherever you want to go, you're going to go. The hotness cannot stop you. Fire cannot stop you. Physical objects cannot stop you. People cannot stop you. Wherever you want to go, wherever you want to make a pathway to in this reality of yours, you can do that because you are the river. You create new pathways for you to flow in. So know that you are in control of your reality, like that river is in control of where it flows. You feel me? That river, that river, the river has soul, has life. The river is alive. So the river knows where it's going to go. The river knows if it's going to make a big wave, put floods on land, or anything like that. The river knows exactly what's it's going to do or what's its next move. The river is always thinking strategic, simply because the river has life. The river is a soul. If the river, the oceans, seas, if it wasn't life, life wouldn't be able to survive in it. Like if this earth was not alive, we wouldn't be able to survive in it. You get what I'm saying? Everything is here for a reason. Everything is here for a reason. So know that when God, the Most High, whatever you want to call the Most High that is above us all, put you here for a reason, to do something, to follow your path, your purpose, your divine flow. You probably not even like a river. You probably are like a tree, more stiff, but you still grow. You take your time to grow. You feel me? You are growing, but you are also healing. You are growing, but you are healing from all the negative energy that has gotten put on you. And once you reach your maximum growth, which you will never stop growing, even if the physical look like it stops growing, you don't stop growing because you are not the physical. You are the spiritual. You don't stop growing. Only thing that's able to stop growing is this physical on some aspects. The physical version of you can't even stop growing because it has to be able to get in new environments, adapt to new environments. So it's going to grow into a certain way where it can adapt to new environments, to new people, to new versions of you, to new habits, to new all of that. So there's really no limitations on you. None at all. You might be like the wind. You only get loud when needed or when you feel. You feel me? You only get loud when needed. You only blow necessarily when needed. Feel what I'm saying? Or you might be like fire. Once fire once a fire is started, you might need some help to spread your fire by the wind, the air, the oxygen. You might need some help, and that's okay. You might need help from others to help you spread your flame, to make your energy stronger. You feel what I'm saying? Just put it into perspective. You can put the things that I just said into many different perspectives. I'm only putting things that I said into one aspect of healing, of growing. We can put it of not healing, not growing, and how it could have got taken out, or how it could have stopped, or how could you stop growing. We can talk about all of that, but we talking about how can you grow, how could you grow, and what makes you grow. You only know what helps you grow. You only know that. And you being the person, the being, the soul and spirit that knows what helped you grow, you have to act on what helps you grow, what helps you heal, what helps you know what you need to know. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck right where you are. So you have to be willing to heal, be willing to get out of insecurities, be willing to get out of stagnation. Be willing to take your time. Be willing to have discernment. You feel what I'm saying? Be willing to do what you have to work for yourself, to understand yourself, Once you understand self, that's when you can understand other things. Like you understand how the planet works, how Mother Nature works, how your ancestors work, how God truly works. So understand yourself on a deep level because you are nature, you are your ancestors. You are your ancestors, you are nature. God is within inside of you. So what do you think that makes you? Goddess, God, God is within everything. God is not one dimensional. God is not on one aspect. God is multidimensional. God is a multi embodiment of a being. God can embody many bodies, many aspects of life, not just one form. This is why God is in everything. God is in me. God is in you. God is in her. God is in him. God is in this plant next to me. God is in this phone. All the knowledge that's in this phone, all the understanding, all the power that you can get from this phone, you can get positive just as well as you can get negative from this phone. But this phone, it was made by the opposite of God. Some of y'all like to call him Satan. Some of y'all may call him Yakub. Some of y'all may call him Zeus. Some of y'all may call him the devil. Some of y'all may call him whatever you may call him. But we talking about the evil entity of all. The one that stands on all evil. You feel me? Now, we can say, why did he do that? Why? Why? But if we go back to the origins and really dig deep of what do I have in my background? What do I have in my background? What is it? Yin and yang. So let's put this into perspective. Have an open mind when I say this. Have an open mind. I'm not here to argue with nobody. So if you watch this video or this live, if you join this live, or you watch the video after I post this live, after I upload this live, have an open mind. Now, y'all know I only put this here just to have a background. Now I know why I put this here. Now I know why my soul put this here. Now, some of y'all may ask, why is all this evil stuff going on? Why everything going on? Why all this? Man, floods happening everywhere, man. The floods has nothing to do. It does, but it has nothing to do with that evil side. The floods is what's knocking all the evilness off. Nature is helping. And if you don't see it, you're just gonna be blind. Okay? But let's get back. Let's take it back. Not too far. Only 1 second. Now, some of y'all may ask, why is all this evil stuff happening? Why is all this bad stuff happening? Man, it's the devil for all that, right? Now the devil, say whatever you want to call him, is doing this because he or she is the opposite of God. Like, we don't know if God is a he or she. We don't know if the devil is a he or she. God is in everything. God is in the trees. Just like the devil can be in everything, the evilness can be in everything. And that's what makes yin and yang. This is what makes yin and yang. But look, if you pay attention to the symbolization, the black represents bad. I'm using quotation marks for a reason. If you don't know why, you don't know why. So don't try to guess. I'm telling you, don't guess because I know why. But if you think you know why, go ahead. But I know why I'm using quotation marks. But they say the black represents bad, right? But in all bad, you can find good. And in all good, you can find bad, right? So no matter if you're a good person or not, you can still go through things. You can still go through bad things. That's the whole point of experiencing. You think experiencing this earth, this reality means, oh, I'm going to attract an abundance of good things in my life. No, if you want them good things, you have to know what comes with those good things. You have to know what comes with being a high vibrational being, a high vibrational soul, spirit. You can't put a label on God. You can't put a label on God. Stop trying to put God in these religions, in these one-dimensional aspects. You feel me? Because God is not one-dimensional, but that is why God is in every religion. So I can't tell you to stop putting God in every religion because I understand that God is not one-dimensional. So God can not just be my perspective of what I perceive God to be. God can be in every religion because God is within you. So if you believe God is religious, that's what it's going to be. Because you feel me? Because that's what you are. You came from God. You are God in a physical form and in a spiritual form. You are God. Black women, you are a goddess. Black man, you are God. Now, let's bring it here. I'll just say black man, you are God. Black women, you are goddess. Let's bring it there. Okay. Now let's go back. Let's go back in history. History. So first, they already wanted you to think that you are a one-dimensional being. And how? By telling you that all black people came from Africa, that all life started on Africa. No, all life did not start on Africa. They want you to think that because they want you to think that you are one-dimensional, that you only belong in one aspect of this physical life. And then guess what? They told you all blacks were slaves, right? They told you they got all blacks from Africa, right? And then they put all of them in slavery, right? And then while they were in slavery, they forced religion on almost every black person, but not every black person can be in that aspect. Why? Because we are not one dimensional. Not every black person is going to be religious. Not every black person is going to be non religious. And when you understand that and you realize who people are and you don't judge them off of what they believe in, you judge them based off their energy. Are they good? Are they bad? That's when you become multi-dimensional being. That's what makes you a multi-dimensional being because you understand that a religion cannot hold you. You understand that one aspect or one perspective of life cannot hold you. Facts. Now let's get back to it. They wanted you to think that you are one dimensional, right? Because they didn't want you to know your power. They didn't want you to know your power at all. So they told you all blacks were slaves. They told you all life started on Africa. They told you to enter this religion. They told you the only way to succeed is working their jobs. They told you the only way to go up is having money. They told you the only way to gain power is depending outside of you, on depending on something outside of you. That's what they told you. Oh no, we finna break things down of everything I'm saying. I'm finna break it down to you. I have a open mind so I can break things down of what I'm saying. I'm not one dimensional. I can't just fit in one aspect. No. Now, my perspective is my perspective. And my perspective is not one dimensional either because I can put myself in a religious category. I can put myself in a non religious category. I can put myself in an atheist category. I can put myself in any category that I choose to because I know I'm not one dimensional. But I choose the category that I choose because I resonate with this category. I resonate with my perspective that I have. Now let's get back to it. They told you all these things because they didn't want you to figure out that you are a multi-dimensional being. They didn't want you to know that. And I'm speaking specifically to the black people. Specifically. Now, white people, if y'all in here, join because you're going to learn something too. Just ride along. Ride along with what I'm saying. Just ride along because y'all gonna learn something too. Right now, we on these black people. Now, black people, gods and goddesses, watch, learn, or sit and listen to look at things in a different perspective. Now, you might know what I'm saying, but you can also look at it in a different perspective. Now, look, they told us all these things. They told us we came from Africa. They told us, they forced us into religion. They told us that we were all slaves. They told us that we came from boats. Right? Now, let's put this on the side of us for now. Keep that. Keep that they told us that we were slaves, that we came from Africa, that they put us on boats. Keep all of that. Put it on the side of you. Now, white people, I'm talking to you now. Right? What did they, or black people, I want y'all to listen to. We not exiting nothing out. We not exiting black people out right now. I want y'all black people to listen and white people now. Now, what picture did they paint on white people when we were in slavery? Physical slavery, to be exact. What picture did they paint? that the white man was more powerful than the black person, that he is more dominant than the black person, that he holds more power, that he can tell you what to do, right? That's what they painted on themselves, and they put that in our retinas, our brain, our perspective, and made us perceive it like they put it. And that's how they put fear inside of you, black person. Or should I say God and goddess? That's what they put in you. Fear. That's another way that they made you one dimensional, by leaving you stuck in the concept of fear, by leaving you stuck in the vibration of fear. Now, they made white they made white people look multidimensional. Now, I ain't got nothing against white people. Y'all can be multidimensional too. But the way y'all was just wasn't good. Feel me? They made it seem like black people was in power. Then they made then they said black some white people, no, they made it seem like white people were in power. And then they said some white people were slaves. Can't take that away because it was true to a certain extent. And then they said white people were helping black people get away. And now they're saying, now in this present moment, they made white people look like kings and queens of every land that you see. Every land that you see. Every land that you see. A white face, a white king, a white president, white government, white mayor. And even if they not white, they trying to pose as a white person. They trying to act just like them. They trying their best to fit in with them. They trying their best because who said they were really black? The people, the black presidents, the black mayors, them black people that's in them offices. How do you know that they actually black? How do you know that they are actually black people? How do you know that they are actually gods and goddesses? How do you know this? Hmm? Who told you this? You going based off words? Okay, I see what it is. You going based off what people say and imagery? Okay. You're not going based off vibration and energy? Okay. I see where you stand. I'm not putting you down, but I'm just saying have an open mind. My whole point is that we are all multidimensional, good or bad. We are all multidimensional. Now, let's get into the physical aspect. So first, this all off the dome too, y'all. I'm not reading nothing. I'm literally not reading it. It's all off the dome. Um, first, if we speaking physically, we speaking. Okay. What do they say? We are speaking mm, quantum science or quantum physics, should I say? We are speaking quantum physics now. look into the physical aspect. So we gonna make our way up from the physical too, but we're staying at the physical for now. For now. Now, they tell you that you are only this body, you are only the flesh. They tell you that you are only this meat suit that has clothes on with teeth in their mouth or without it. It's what they tell you, right? They tell you that you are only this meat suit. They tell you that, oh, what makes you you is the body, right? Now let's see. Let's ask why. Why do they tell us this? Because they don't want you to know that you exist beyond the physical. Now we're hitting quantum physics, solar physics. That's just another word. Quantum is just another word for soul. Solar physics, spiritual physics. Told you I'm gonna break it down to you. I ain't gonna lose you. I ain't gonna lose you. I told you I'm gonna break it down to you. Now, in these quantum physics, before you were physical, what do you think you were? If all life started non-physical, said in science, doesn't that make us energetic? Hmm? Hmm? Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. If all life started non-physical from an atom, from photons, from electrons, from neutrons, if that's where life all started, what does that make you? An electrical magnetic. So that's what that makes you, right? They told you that you were only the body. They told you this. But if you ask questions, guess what? You will know that you are not only the body, that you are the that you are the spirit, that you are the soul. You are energy. This is quantum physics. Quantum. Quantum physics is not that difficult. All you gotta do is just ask some questions. You feel me? This is science. This is literal science. Literal science here. Literal science right here, right now. They want you to be in that one dimensional lie. And they got backup lies. Or they gon' if you ask them questions, they gonna try to brainwash you even more. They gonna say, no, 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 no. This is why this is no. If you ask them questions, they're going to try to brainwash you even more. They're going to fight back. Then programs are going to fight back and tell you, no, that's wrong. Believe this. Instead of telling you, okay, you can keep that because that is your perspective, and I want to keep this because this is my perspective. They don't want you to have an open mind because once you have an open mind, you start to be on the journey of self, and you start to realize of who you are. You start to find the realization of who you are. They won't even tell you to be open minded. They won't. They won't even tell you to be open minded. They gonna say no, believe this instead of that. Why? My bad, y'all. This little thing keep on glitching. I'm sitting on my bed right now. All right, I could do this. I could do this, and I'm cool with this. I'm cool with that. No, we gonna leave it like that. But why? Why do they tell you to believe this and not that? Because they don't want you to find who you are. They want you to be stuck. They literally want you to be stuck. They don't want you to die. They don't want you to go away. They want you to be stuck. They don't want you to die. They want you to believe that death is real. They do. But they don't want you to die. They want you to keep working for them. Because once you keep working for them, you giving them all your energy, all your power. You basically worshiping them in a certain way that you don't even realize. They realize it though. You know the people that's sitting on top right now, not even working. They literally sitting down in their bed, comfortable. But they also see what's going on. So right now they're not really too comfortable, but they're comfortable for a little while. A little while. They're comfortable for a little while. They don't pay for nothing. They get everything. They get what they want. They don't pay for anything. The people at the top. Y'all think the government pay for stuff? Do y'all actually think the government pay for stuff? No, the government does not pay for anything. The elites does not pay for anything. The people hired in the government does not pay for anything. They want you to think that you can control the government, so the government can control you. That's what the government wants you to think. They want the president wants you to think that your vote matters, but it doesn't matter. If you didn't vote at all, they still was gonna do what they was gonna do, but in a different way. Like if back then Trump or Biden, it didn't matter who you picked, they still was gonna do the same thing, but in a different way. It either was gonna be slower or faster, or one was gonna go left or right, just to fool you and make it think it was different. I don't know. Look at me. Look at me. I'm just speaking truth. I'm literally on here just speaking truth though. I'm not even on nothing. I'm not on nothing. I'm speaking truth. I'm sitting here vibing, just flowing, just flowing, just letting my mind just. I'm literally letting my soul speak actually through this physical. I'm letting my soul speak through this physical. That's what's happening right now. You think they want you to know real science? That you are science? Black person. This is what they paint the white people to be. Above you. And thinking with that mentality, that's what's gonna get you downhill. So don't think you are above nobody. Black person, don't even think you are above the white people. Don't even think you are. So, I mean, we might have superior genetics. We might can think faster. We might can create stuff faster. But we're not gonna look at them like we over them, like they supposed to worship us. No, we gonna look at them like they're beings, like the beings they are. We gonna look at them like who they are, and we can teach them things of what we know, of how we jump out the gym when we dunking, when we going for a layup. We can teach them how to dribble. We can teach them how to run fast. Y'all know we barely even need nothing to run, jump, because it's just in our DNA. Or let's say, some of y'all may say, DEA, deoxytheric acid. Deoxytheric acid. I don't even know if I said it right, to be honest. Some of y'all may say DEA. Some of y'all may say DNA. Some of y'all may say RNA. But now let's jump into this. How they want you to be one dimensional with the food. So first they tell you that meat is good for your body, that it has protein. Now let's not get away from that meat has protein because meat does has protein, but does it has good protein or bad protein? They didn't tell you that it's a such thing as good protein and bad protein. Okay, now yes, it can build you up, get more meat on your bones, but is it actually helping your gut thrive? Is it actually helping your brain thrive? Black person, I'm talking to specifically the black people in America with three Ks, specifically the black people. Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Listen. No, you listen. Be open minded. Don't say, man, you know meat really good. It's really good for you. No, I don't want to hear none of that. No. You know what? That's really all I hear when I tell people I don't eat beef. That's literally all I hear. Man, you know meat good for you. I love meat. You know blah, 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 this that. I ain't never getting away from this. I love this. Now, if you was high vibrational, I mean, let's okay. You know what? Let's not even bring that word into this. Okay. If you was a good person with sense, you wouldn't even think like that. You feel me? You will first try to work on yourself because it's actually not what you put in your body. I mean, actually, it is. Especially when you sleep and you don't know who you are. It does matter what you put in your body. A lot of people say it doesn't matter. It does matter what you put in your body. It does matter what you put in your body, what you put in your vessel. Because some things can kill your vessel. And if you want your vessel to die off faster, go ahead. If you want to get up out of here, eat them bad things if you want to. But I advise you to not eat those bad things because I don't want you to take yourself off the map. So don't eat those bad foods. Don't eat that meat. I say, no, don't eat no meat. Start fast. I mean, even if you is eating meat, start fasting. Go on 3-day fast. And you will figure out for yourself. You will see how you will feel better. Focus when you fasting though. When you fasting, don't think that you are hungry. Think that you are cleansing your body because when your gut is digesting food, it is cleaning out. You feel me? It is cleaning out. And then once the food gets to a certain softness or a certain level where it can compact and it can ease out of your body, that's when your body gonna tell you, get to that toilet, go let it out. But they want you to think meat is good for you. No, it's not. Do your own research. I'm done talking about meat. Well, I'm not. I don't even know when I'm gonna bring it up, so I'm not even gonna say I'm done talking about it. But do your own research. Now, you are a plant-based being. A plant-based being. You are plant-based. You're supposed to eat fruits and vegetables, drink your water. That's what you're supposed to do. Eat fruits and vegetables and drink your water. So you can boost your energy without your body and without your body. They won't tell you eating fruits, nothing but fruits and vegetables and drinking water can actually boost your electrical levels within your body. They won't tell you that because they don't want you to feel all that energy. And once you do that, you get to feel your overfill. You feel me? They don't want you to know that you are a plant-based being. They don't want you to know that you are not supposed to eat meat. They don't want you to know any of this. They want you to stay asleep. They don't want you to know that you don't need their schools. They don't want you to know that you don't need their jobs. They don't want you to know any of this because they want you to be a one-dimensional being. They want you to stay stuck in their system. The government, the president, they want you to depend on them so they can start fooling you and tell you what to do and tell you what not to do. They want you to do that. They want you to believe in them. They don't want you to believe in yourself. They don't want your aura field to be strong. Feel what I'm saying? They don't want you to do meditation, you to go within, find God, search for God, search for self. They don't want you to do any of that. Because once you start to do that, they know you ain't gonna depend on them. You ain't gonna fall for their lies. They know if you do that, you ain't gonna be stuck on this one-dimensional plane of life. They know this. They don't want you to tap in with your ancestors. They don't want you to tap into your true nature, your true power, your true strength. They want you to give all your power, all your strength to them. That's exactly why they say your vote matters when your vote don't matter at all. Like I said, they telling you that because they want you to think it matter. How it works, if you vote for a certain president besides the other president they told you to vote for, it's gonna be a different way, but the same thing. They're gonna do the same thing, but in a different way. So they can fool you into telling you that they're both different, that they both stand for something different. But the end goal, the whole goal is to make everybody look at them as an empowerment, as a head honcho. They want you to look at the presidents as a head honcho instead of yourself. They want you to look at them as the world leaders instead of yourself. But you don't gotta be no world leader. You can just be the leader of you. They want to be the leader of you. They don't want you to be the leader of you. Not at all. They don't want you to use your creativity. They don't want you to tap into this yin and yang. You hear me? They don't want you to go into that darkness when you close your eyes and you doing meditation. You close your eyes, you're doing meditation, you go straight into darkness. But in that darkness, guess what? You could find good energy. All that energy that can build up within you. But you don't let it because you always paying attention to the phone, the TV. You always paying attention to the government, what's going on the news, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That's what you always paying attention to. But you never close your eyes and just sit back and ask yourself, what do you actually feel? You never ask yourself that. They don't want you to ask yourself that. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want you to go within. They want you to be scared of darkness. That's why they told you darkness is bad. So when you in the dark, you are scared of what's in it. When you in the dark cave, you are scared of what's in it. You are scared of being in the dark. That's why they told you it's bad. That's exactly why they told you that. Because they want you to be scared of yourself. When they know when you pass away, you go higher in these realms. You are the light. But around the light is darkness. You are so bright that you look dark. Facts. They don't want you to know that though. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that when you pass away, you are not dead. Death is not real. Death is not real. What dies is the body. And even that, it even don't die. It just goes back into nature in its true form. It goes back into nature. And when you exit this body, you are now a soul. You are now energy of where all life started. Energy. They told you this, but they keep playing with your head so you don't know what to believe in. You are energy. It's the reason why I'm saying this. I'm saying this because obviously it's meant to be said. Ancestors. I could let my ancestors speak through me right now. You feel me? You know how people be saying Jesus is speaking through them? I could do the same thing with my ancestors. And you're going to feel that energy. Just through the phone. That's how energy works. Your ancestors is right behind you too. Within you, not even behind. Your ancestors is behind you, in front of you, on the side of you, within you, on the outside of you, outside, inside. Your ancestors is everywhere. In nature, your ancestors is everything. You feel what I'm saying? If only you would ask your ancestors of how to deal with this reality without paying their bills. You ain't gotta pay no bills. You ain't gotta do nothing with their system. But you don't know that because you didn't connect with your ancestors. Mind you, your ancestors was here before you. So they can tell you tips and tricks on how not to do their bills. They can tell you, oh, just do this, do that. You might have to do this, but just do this to get to that. Your ancestors can lead you around. Your ancestors can help you, but you don't believe it because they got you believing in it. Other things that you are not supposed to believe in, they got you believing in. Ain't nothing wrong with believing in Jesus, but I don't. That's something I don't believe in personally. I don't think Jesus is my God. Not at all. Jesus is not my God. Jesus did not create me. I don't think Jesus created nobody. And even if Jesus was here, because I don't know if he was here or what or was, because I'm just going off what's based, what's what people say. I know my ancestors was here because I can feel them. I can actually feel them. I can hear them. I can see them. But I'm not saying to believe what you see all the time because you don't have to believe what you see. I'm saying tap into self. But they don't want you to do that because they don't want you to tap into your ancestors because they want you to be outside of yourself. They tell you to worship Allah, worship Jesus. They tell you to worship things outside of you. Don't worship your ancestors. No, your ancestors don't want you to worship them. Your ancestors want you to want to get help from them. They want you to seek help from them. They all they want is you to seek guidance and they'll be there. You don't even if you just want to talk to your ancestors, chop it up, you can do that. Your ancestors is here at all times. Tap in with them. You think your ancestors was here to let you play around? Well, you're gonna have another thing coming. You out here playing around when your ancestors want you to, man, do this meditation. Tap in. Speak to me. Speak to you. But you playing around. You feel me? Your ancestors is here. Your ancestors is not dead. That's where they got it misconstrued. They made you think your ancestors was dead, gone, don't exist no more. So that's why you didn't tap in with them in the first place. But you have all different types of ancestors. You have to know. This is why I say tap in with self, because your ancestors is all around you. You have, well, right now, me personally, I have none but positive ancestors around me. My ancestors is around me at all times. My ancestors is watching my back. I'm never alone. So even if you think I'm alone, if you ever see me, I'm never alone. So don't ever try anything because you will get dealt with spiritually and physically. You feel me? And I'm not saying this out of ego. I'm saying this out of what I know, out of what I am. You see, some people speak out of ego. No, I don't speak from ego. I don't. Even though ego. Well, y'all know. I mean, I don't even want to speak about ego because I don't want to switch the topics because you feel me. But let's get back to basics. I'm not speaking from an egotistic mindset. I'm not speaking like, man, I'm this, I'm that, I'm big and bad. No, I'm not speaking from that. I'm speaking from exactly what I know. If you want me to be real with you, I can say something that I'm really not supposed to say on live because I know if I say it, then the people that's watching this, because it might say one person on this live, but it's more than one person on this live. Let that fool you if you want to. One person, whoever you are. Don't think it's just you on this live. It's me, you, and the ancestors and nature. And also, guess who else is on this live? The government, the CIA. They watch everything. And if you don't believe it, not my problem. We're not the only ones on this live. But I know if I say something right now, they're going to come after me like they already is. I seen it. The ancestors showed me before I even did this live. They've been sending spells my way, magic my way, but nobody has ever paid attention to it that's super close to me. If you pay attention to the exact spells that they sending, you will see magic is real. They don't want you to think magic is real because if they make you believe that magic is not real, that means they can use it against you because you don't believe it. So now they making you believe. First they play with your mind. That's number one. First step of magic. Physically. They play with your mind. Then they make you believe, and then they made you give all your power to this. Then they took your power and made a bigger matrix and made a bigger system and made everybody believe in what they want them to believe. Not everybody, but majority of people. You don't think that's magic? You don't think that's magic? You can tap into magic. You are a magician. You are the magician. And if you got this far in this life, and this one person that is in here is that the only reason why I say well, it's probably just me. I'm probably tripping. But this one person that is in here, share this live. Share it. Let people know. Not you don't gotta let a lot of people know because I'm not looking for views. I am to a certain extent to let people know what's going on. But I'm not looking for thousands of views. I'm looking for the people that's really on this type timing. That's really trying to get this matrix over with. But people study plan. Share this live. It's cool if you don't. Let it be known. But the CIA, the police, the government, the president, they are all watching. Now I can say some things, but I ain't gonna say it because I know they listen. Through that TV that is over there. You can't see it, but they're listening through the TV. They're listening from outside from the lights, the cell phone poles, they can be listening through everything around you of what you would not expect. That's how cold they is. That's what they learned. They can listen through spirits. They can get real spiritual. They can listen through people, people close to you. You'll never know. They can listen through cars. And that's how they keep track of everybody. Birth certificates, your name being in the system. They keep track of you like that. You don't think they send trauma your way? You don't think they do that? You don't think they send negative energy your way? Hmm. They use magic. And I'm going to end it right there. Peace. Love y'all. Ashe.